He destroyed the life of hundreds of Hublot employees. He also destroyed the life of, jewelry retailers that sold watches to rappers. It's the infamous or famous watch expert Nico Leonard.
Fuck, don't put that shit on camera, please. But I, fuck you.
Welcome to the low mid budget watch report. And today we're going to look at the Nico Leonard interview, the one when he get very emotional, and yeah, let's take a look.
This is a story you don't want to miss a second of, as you've never seen him open up like this before.
This is something I haven't digged in many years, if you know what I mean. So
let's wind.
Okay, this is the intro. I will skip forward a little bit.
Brought up in Amsterdam and you moved to Ireland. So what initiated that big move?
a change in life. I needed a change in life desperately. Being unhappy, being lost, just a change of scenery, change of friends. I wasn't rolling in the right circles, and I wanted to achieve.
Nico was a bad boy. Maybe it was a, thug. He was moving in the wrong circles.
Something in my life. I just wanted to be happy, and I wasn't.
So what was the dream?
I had the opportunity to prove myself in Northern Ireland playing football. I moved to Northern Ireland, packed everything I had, but unfortunately, I broke my ankle in literally my first month.
So your dreams came shattering down there. So how did that feel mentally? I mean, that puts a big void in your life.
I was devastated. Achieving becoming a footballer, that was my main goal. It was all I knew. I wasn't doing.
I just can't imagine Nico Leonard playing soccer. I mean, he's not in the best physique, but that doesn't matter. But he's also very short. It's hard to become a great soccer player if you're short. There are some short soccer players, but you have to be very, very good and technical, and yeah. It's not like basket. You can be a short, good soccer player, but I just can't see Nico Leonard as a soccer player. But maybe that's just me. I'm just being mean. I mean, maybe he can be a great soccer player someday.
Well, at school, I don't have any diplomas. That's all I wanted to do, and that's all I did when I was younger. I didn't achieve it. I let my parents down, and I've lived with that for many years after. My parents gave up everything for me to clear the road so I can play football, and I can maybe even make it a job. I remember my first surgery in my left knee.
I mean, I'm sure, Nico's parents, they are very good parents, and, they are very lovely parents, doing anything for their kid. He was, I don't know if he was the only child, but he seems like a person that was the only child. And, it's kind of stupid for parents to give up their lives and, try to adapt to their kids playing soccer, especially. I mean, playing soccer and making it a job is like one in a million. It's not many people that can make playing soccer a job. That's incredible. You have to be very good at playing soccer, and I don't think Nico was ever very good playing soccer. But that's just what I don't know. Maybe perhaps he was a fucking genius. He was a freaking genius. You know what I'm saying? Genius on the soccer field. I don't know.
It was just a simple surgery. You call it meniscus surgery. You drill 3 holes, they do a camera and fix whatever they fix, and over with. We all thought that was it. But all of a sudden, listen, the first surgery, we found the problem and we couldn't fix it. And it's like, oh, okay, talk to me. How do we fix it? So I'm like, we'll have to reconstruct your entire knee and this and that. And it's like, but like, what does that mean? What does that mean? It meant like that I had like like 5 or 10% chance to play football again. It's the first time I've ever seen my father cry. That was rough. That was rough at that time. I have never experienced pain in my life like it, right? If you're ever in a moment of absolute desperation, ask yourself this question: God, if you exist, show yourself, because now I need you the most. Fuck, don't put that shit on camera, please. But fuck you.
But the thing is, at 17, you're not equipped.
Yeah, that's a very sad moment. Nico Leonard, the Hublot bully, the rapper roaster, is crying because he couldn't make it as a soccer player, and his parents gave up everything to move and make their son a soccer player. I believe this kid was very, very spoiled as a kid. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know where I'm coming from? I believe he was a spoiled brat. But that's just my thoughts. I don't know, you know.
To be able to deal with these emotions, are you?
No,
That's the
but
trouble.
this is something I haven't.
And he's like this, fuck you, I'm crying, fuck you. Isn't that like what girls do, you know, when they, you know, the mad girlfriend starts to cry and she's like, fuck you, oh. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just a mean guy, you know what I'm saying? It's a little bit flamboyant, if you ask me. A little bit drama queen. I think Nico Leonard is the drama queen of watch YouTubing.
Addicted in many years, if you know what I mean. So, wow. I don't know if I told myself this. I don't know.
You know, I don't know when you can cry on the screen if you're a guy. I don't want to be an asshole. You know, of course you can cry. You know, you can get emotional. But you know, for me myself, thinking back, I can even remember when my father passed away or something, and I can talk about it. And I wouldn't shed a tear. You don't start crying when talking to strangers about memories of your past. But you know, every person is different. I'm not, I'm not bringing him down on that. But you know, if you hurt a knee and you went through surgery and talking about it and crying, man, that seems kind of, I don't think you look at his legs and his upper body. He's never playing football again. That's true. He's never playing soccer again, man. Yeah.
If I fell asleep, I don't know, whatever it is, because I always try to look at things very rational, black and white. But damn right, I had a period where I had no pain. How to break me in that way, like, fuck me.
Do you see the ball or what? Yeah! He caught it!
Yeah.
Bright opinion, and
Nico
watch
showing
business
off
is
some
this
skills.
is the first time I actually succeeded in life. After everything I've done, I didn't do well at school. In anything I've ever done, every job I've ever had, I got fired.
Do you have a problem with authority?
He got fired from every job he ever had. And that's crazy. I don't think I ever got fired from any job I ever had. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Maybe because he started a fight, he started crying and, fuck you, oh, I'm crying, I'm the grown Cartman. Maybe that's why he got fired. I don't know. I love Nico Leonard, but, yeah.
Yes, significantly, yeah. And I'm always late as well.
Yeah, I mean, I have a similar problem
Always
with being
late.
bossed around at work, and I think we resigned in a similar way. I mean, I literally had enough, and I went, that's it, I'm going. There's my notice, I'm off, and I think you had a similar situation.
I remember me driving into the office, and you need to go.
So, there's a place where all the useless workers go. They go and make it on YouTube, or they go, being homeless. Make it on YouTube or get homeless. If you can't keep a job and you get fired all the time, you either make it on YouTube or you go homeless. That's crazy.
Go into the basement, and that's the parking, you park up. And I remember opening the door, and I stepped out of the car, and I knew when I looked around that this was going to be the last time I was going to be here. It's really weird. And I resigned there and then. Within 15 minutes, I jumped back in the car.
Look at this door here, guys. Look at it. Oh, it's a safe door.
Are these flights booked for tomorrow?
I can't even move it.
Wow. So what you see here is basically everything from about £1,000 upwards to $500,000 to even further than that. From extremely rare.
You get all these watches, you're a rich man, you don't have to work again, but yet you have to cry thinking about your knee. Oh, my knee, it hurted so much back in the days, I need to cry. Oh, my poor knee.
Vintage to really, really cool, quirky watches.
That's really cool, man, that's great.
Everything you see is watches that I really, really love, and that's what I want to display. Watches that I love. That's the watches I want to sell. That's why I don't sell certain brands. I refuse to sell certain brands.
But that's great. You shouldn't sell brands you don't like, man. That's great, Nico.
Because I just don't like them. It's passion above profit. That's how I approach it.
So you didn't have a job, you didn't have any plans. What was your first move?
Funny enough, in any of my companies that I have, I've never written a business plan. I just knew I just wanted to go into the watch world. I'm obsessed with
Who doesn't want to go into the watch world?
watches, and I fixed and repaired watches as a side hustle, making a few quid. But how do you make money with watches? And that's literally where I looked at. I can either go ahead with repairing and fixing watches, but I'm not making really good money, not good enough to maintain myself. Let's try sell it then.
So what was the first watch you bought and sold?
Tudor Pelagos, Breitling Navy Timer, and a Rolex Datejust, reference number 116234, Black Dial.
So straight in?
Straight in, no kissing.
No plan B?
Cool. That's cool.
If you give yourself the slightest possibility that you have a safety net or there's an exit, and you'll never ever push yourself to the limit. Never.
Well, selling one or two watches is one thing, but scaling that, how did you bridge the gap?
I got a lot of help, a lot of incredible people.
Let me guess, he got a lot of help from his parents. I'm not sure about this, but I guess he this is the type of kid that get a lot of help from his parents. You know what I'm saying? But it's also shows that it's good for a parents to help their kids. Sometimes they will succeed and become, great watch experts like Nico Leonard. So for all the parents out there who wants to help their kids to the fullest, sometimes that's the way to go.
I'm a foreigner in a country that isn't mine, selling watches at the boot of my car. I mean...
That's mad, isn't it?
That's fucking mad. I don't get why people actually trusted me at the time. I wouldn't have.
He sold watches from the trunk of his car. Did he say that? Did he actually say that?
That's mad, isn't it?
That's fucking mad. I don't get why people actually trusted me at the time. I wouldn't have.
I wouldn't trust Nico Leonard. I'm gonna show you a watch that I probably think that Nico Leonard would sell to me. Wait. Can you see this? Can you see this Rolex? This is the type of Rolex Nico Leonard would sell out of the back of his cars. Yeah, that's crazy. Well, let's go on. Let's go on.
A guy that no one knows. Who are you? I could have easily swapped it for a fake one. That's not me.
Yeah, you could.
In my small way, I wanted to make make a small
This
impact
is
on
the
the watch industry.
I would buy.
So how does it feel to have this vault here with this massive collection of watches in.
It is a really, really special feeling. I'm not very often in the shop anymore, but to give you an idea, when I started my business and when I got the shop fitted, and it cost me about 26 or 25,000 pounds to fit the store up, and that was the last money I had at the time. I didn't really have any watches because I had to sell everything to build the shop. I sat here on that chair for 2.5 years, every single day, at 8 o'clock sharp till 6 o'clock, every single day, including a Sunday, to just try to sell some watches. And the funny bit is I didn't even have a card machine. I've sat on that chair for 2.5 years every day, no daylight, nothing, just to build the business to where it is now. It's unbelievable, eh?
It's great, isn't it?
Aye.
So what? Because that's got to put you on such a high as well.
The most expensive watch that my team and myself have ever sold was $7 million US.
$7 million. So was that one lump sum? Here's a watch, here's $7 million.
No, it was different. It was, here's the money, here you have the watch.
In reverse. So you always mention your team and you're very respectful of those.
Yeah.
Why couldn't you have made it on your own?
You're only as good as the people you have around you, right?
Yeah, I think the funniest part of the interview is over. You know, he sat on his chair, you know, selling watches all day. Oh, what a crazy work. Oh, what a hard work. Well, I think, you know, I like Nico Leonard. I think it's cool that someone can make it as a watch expert and all. But he's such a drama queen. He's such a flamboyant, grown-up cartman. It's just funny. It's just for fun, man. I love to make fun of this guy, and you know, he seems like, you know, the guy that starts when he start losing a fight, he starts crying. You know, that's the type of guy he looks like. He looks like he always, you know, can start crying to get his will. You know. Yeah, that's probably how he was raised, you know, spoiled brat. And I don't say it's anything wrong with that. That's cool too, you know. And I'm glad for his parents. They made a way for him and that he also succeed. That's cool, man. But yeah, still, it's also very funny when a grown man cries. Yes, it is. And yeah, he isn't so, you know, I might be mean to him, but, you know, think about all the poor employees at Hublot that got fired because he started to, you know, attacking their brand. And, you know, think of all the rappers that, you know, went back to their watch dealers and maybe shot them because he said the watches were fake, you know. He makes a lot of crazy stuff too, and I'm just laughing at this, you know, grown-up cartman. Yeah. Okay, that's all for now. Peace out.